Listen, I wanted to get your thoughts on the Mitch McConnell situation. He's been hospitalized for weeks. Other than that, we don't really know what's going on. What do you think about it?
I think it's extremely serious, and I'd like to say shame on the Republican Party for just basically staying silent while such a powerful Republican senator is basically laying in a hospital like a vegetable. And his wife flew to China and met with the vice president of China just days after he basically died, and they brought him back with CPR and took him to the hospital. But you know what? It doesn't surprise me from the establishment, because this is what they support. They support people holding on to power until they're practically dead or do die in office. And this is why the state of our country is so pathetic.
So do you want Republican senators and leadership to be speaking out against this? Like, what do you want from them exactly if they don't know what's going on with him?
Yeah, Mitch McConnell had a stroke on television, I think it was last year. And that was the earliest signs. But none of these elected officials, Republican, Democrats, congressmen, senators, should ever stay in office until they're ailing in health. Joe Biden is another one. He was the president while he had dementia and was clearly failing on the world stage. But no, shame on every single person in Washington, D.C. that doesn't call this out and demand that Mitch McConnell's family step up and announce his resignation and take care of their family member. Because there needs to be a new election held in Kentucky where they can have a functioning person serve as a senator. And then also, I want to call this out. This really irritates me. The Republican Party is all campaigning against communism right now. What about Elaine Chao? Elaine Chao flew to China and met with the vice president just a few days after Mitch McConnell practically died and went to the hospital. So when are we going to call out a possible communist Chinese spy right there?
You're calling his wife a possible Chinese spy?
Yes, 100%. What woman leaves her husband's side while he is dead or dying in the hospital, flies to China and meets with the vice president? Answer me that.
I wanted to get back to one of the things that you previously mentioned about the potential open Senate seat if he were to pass away or resign. I mean, what do you make of that? Who do you think might run for that? How do you think that's just all going to shake out if it does become available?
I have no idea who would run for it, but I'd love to see Thomas Massie run, because that man, they ran an Israeli operation on him with 3 billionaire Israeli donors, and they totally stole that seat from Kentucky. And you know what they did that was really disgusting? They broke the law and actually created a fake AI campaign ad showing him supposedly in some sex trio with AOC and Ilhan Omar. And that was wrong. And, they broke the law, and that's how they treat him. But I think Thomas Massie would make a great senator, and anybody that rejects AIPAC money.
I know you're pretty close with Massie. I mean, has he said anything about potentially running for the seat?
No, we were talking about fishing the other day and talking about the beach. I haven't asked him about the Senate seat.